All right, cool. So welcome to the 40K Formula Workshop. I'll be your host today, along with some of the guys from the team. For those of you that haven't met, Richards is the general manager of our Shopify agency. Everyone else should know the Chris and Chris, who run the eComm circle with me as well. So a couple of things. We're doing better than last week. We had a few people here last week where everyone has their webcam turned off. So I do appreciate if people have their cams off so that I can see if they're smiling or miserable with what we're sharing. So that's always good. We'll ask a few questions and so forth in the Zoom chat. So for those people that are watching in the Facebook chat as well, obviously you can't see what's happening inside of the Zoom chat until we share this later. But Chris and Rich, if you guys can watch the Facebook messages and then you can watch here and kind of help me, tell everyone else what's going on so that it's not confusing. So the goal of today's workshop is, we've got 3 goals basically. One of them is we want to help you guys make sure that you actually have a high converting Shopify store. So we consider a high converting Shopify store anything above 4%. We want to help you also nail your paid ads, whether that's Google, Meta, and so forth. And we want to help you figure out a pathway to profit. Last thing you want to do is build a really good e-com business where you're collecting lots of revenue, but the most highly paid person in your business is the tax office, which is pretty common, unfortunately, for most brands. So we want to try and help you avoid that. Now, will this work for you? Absolutely. So we are using these exact strategies to help scale brands that are brand new all the way up to doing millions of dollars a month in revenue. Same stuff that I've used for a very, very, very long time. And is it working right now? Liz, this is exactly what you said. The stuff that we teach is the stuff that is working right now for the clients that we work with. So inside the circle, inside our agency, and so forth. Who's this for, basically? So for people that are really passionate about building an e-com brand, want to build a really good e-com brand, they potentially are a bit overwhelmed or just not sure about what to do next, this is for you. And like I said previously, if you want to make more money and keep more and give the ATO less, this is probably also for you. Now, don't like this slide. It's always a bit of a humble brag, but the stuff that I teach is the stuff, again, that is working right now, and I teach based on experience. I teach based on practicing stuff for a very long time. I've been in e-com since I was 16, 17 years old. Sold my last business, Warcom, to a public company in 2014 after probably selling $40+ million worth of products. I currently run Insightful, an e-com agency. We build Shopify websites. So for those of you that have a Shopify website, be sure to go to have a look at what we do. We build amazing sites, much cheaper than all the other places build sites. And I also run the eComm circle that I co-founded with Chris. And we've been doing that for a couple of years because we noticed the big gap in the market where a lot of brands needed better e-com coaching, and there wasn't a really good e-com coaching community out there that kind of covered everything, right? They kind of cover 1 or 2 things. Most communities cover just meta ads or cover giving you a trophy or cover giving you whatever, So that's why we built this thing as well. Now, again, I've been doing this for, this is actually wrong now. It's probably like nearly 27 years or something. So I had all the issues that everybody has, work with freelancers, agencies, employees. I had issues that I couldn't fulfill because of cash flow issues, made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, made more. So any problems that you guys are probably facing, I've probably solved many times before. So on to the next one. Now, again, so the principles that I'm going to talk about are here are the same things that I've used for a very long time. And I achieve great results when people follow them. Now, just quickly, I don't want to brag, but this is Chris and Sarah, the amazing Chris and Sarah, and they've got a beautiful little daughter, Elsie, that we're all friends together now. And they just had their last financial year, they had $1 million year, right? They came to us, joined our eComm circle. We fixed their website, we fixed their brand, we did a digital strategy, we fixed their financial strategy, we implemented Google Ads, SEO, Meta Ads experts, and now they've moved from a tiny little shop down in Hampton, Victoria, to a Click Collective. People may have heard of Click Collective, and their storage space is, I think Chris messaged me the other day, it's about 5 times bigger than it was because they're growing so well. So it's one case study. Here's another one. This is Narelle and Landon. They live the off-grid lifestyle. They actually live in a bus and travel all around Australia. They just had $1 million year last year as well. On track to do the same again this year. Run an amazing business that help people pretty much get started with off-grid. So you've got a bus, you've got a caravan, you want to live out in the middle of nowhere with powered by the sun instead of the normal electricity, these are the guys to go to. So as you can see, we're pretty big on helping family-founded businesses, husband and wife, mum and daughter, that kind of thing as well. Most of the brands in the circle are, again, husband and wife, or one or the other. Some people are fur parents, as we affectionately call them. I've got like 9 dogs or whatever they've got, or a cat like Richie, So, but the reason we do this is because we know, like, as a dad with 2 kids, I've got a 2-year-old and a nearly 4-year-old going on 25, I think he is. But it's important that we're not chained to our desks building e-com businesses that are making us miserable. We're not sure what to do, right? We want to build a brand that makes us money. We don't work crazy hours every day, and it's fun because it's, building an e-com brand is stressful, tiring, exhausting, and can take a very, very, very long time if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the right help. So this is our unhidden agenda for today. Now, what we're looking for people that attend this thing is, obviously, we're looking for our next client success stories, much like Narelle and Landon and Chris and Sarah. So again, so we're teach and do guys. We teach what we do, and we actually do what we teach, unlike a lot of the other coaches out there that probably never run an e-com business and probably aren't running any at the moment and teaching stuff they're regurgitating from somewhere else they found online. So our mission is, with the workshop, to help as many people as possible, give you heaps of value, even if you don't end up working with us. I'm totally okay with that, as long as you walk away after this 45 minutes knowing a lot more than you knew before here, then I consider that a success. Obviously, then if you do want to become a client, even better again. So just quickly, we do have time constraints. I'm going to try and keep this to under half an hour if possible. We'll power through this. I will have an offer for everybody at the end of the workshop. So, if you're interested in more assistance and like some help from us, I'd like to ask now, if it's okay if I do make an offer at the end of the workshop. If that's cool, just either give us a nod or chuck a yes in the chat. So again, no obligation. I'm here to help you, give you some good solutions. If it's a good fit, we can do some cool stuff together. If not, either way, you'll walk away with some really good information from today's session. So, oh, I hit the wrong button there. There we go. So, couple of questions then. I mean, most people who get on this thing are at different stages, right? They're either at the startup 0 to 10K, set up 10K to 25K a month, grow up 25K to 50K, or they're starting to scale from 50 to 100K. I guess just quickly, if you want to chuck a bit of a just in the comment section, just kind of write like where you're at right now. I'm mindful that there's people who will watch this later, or there's people on the Facebook group as well. So if you're watching the live stream, do me a favor and chuck a comment on that as well. It's totally cool if you're a startup and you're brand new and you're not making any money. That's, we've all been there. If you're doing grow up or you're doing scale up and you're doing, I don't know, millions a month, feel free to chuck that in as well. It's always, good to see who watches these things, because it's always the people who are in the shadows that don't watch live that are doing the big numbers. So another case study, Dan and Regan. So if you like sauces on your chickens and your meat and all kinds of things, and you like beautiful stuff, go check out them. We started with them. They started with us a little while ago. You can see the growth they've had already. They're now in the process of getting a brand new commercial kitchen, because they can't keep up because they're growing so fast. So probably a good problem to have, I would imagine, for most brands. But I think Dan made a funny comment to me a while ago when he joined. He goes, I need this to work, or I'm going to have to start trying to sell my legs on the street. So thankfully we saved Dan from having to do that. I haven't seen his legs in person, but I don't know. They're probably 50-50 whether they're any good or not. But he's happy now. He's selling lots of sauces and he's busy. Spends most of his time in the kitchen cooking. So or in the car delivering the products. So Another one, Kate, as well. She's crushing it. A few people might recognize Kate. She's like the queen of like DIY sewing patterns as well. She's got a massive Facebook group. So she came to us. She already had a good business. And now she's just gone from strength to strength as well. Like she's having massive, massive days. So do yourself a favor and definitely check out what she does, what she is doing. So now this is what we're going to talk about today. So I don't think anyone else has claimed this name so far. It's our, as far as I'm concerned, we invented this thing. It's called the more orders model. Now, for anybody at any stage of ecom, there is this beautiful unknown triangle that everybody has to nail, right? In order to have a really, really good brand. So I don't care whether you're doing no revenue or you're doing $1 million a month. If you don't nail these three things, then you're never going to scale the brand as good as you can, right? So the three parts of this particular model are the store and how it converts, the story and how you connect with your audience, and the strategy and how you keep things under control. So when I talk about the store and the convert, a lot of people have an ecom site and they, whether you did it yourself or you paid someone on Fiverr or you paid someone 20 grand and they did a terrible job, if they don't build a store that is built to convert properly, what's going to happen is you're going to get heaps of people come to the site and they're going to bounce, they're going to leave, and you're going to have a terrible conversion rate. So when I talk about store and the conversion strategy, what I'm talking about is there are about 100 different things that should be going on a homepage, should be going on the product page, and should be going on that cart drawer, the checkout page, so that it improves how the site converts, right? So has anybody heard about this stuff before from a conversion point of view? Probably a couple of people who might even have my like super cheap little conversion rate optimization course that breaks down some of this. I know, Justin, you've got this, and obviously the other boys have seen it. But now, second part of this is how you tell the story about your brand and your products and so forth on your site, because it's all nice and good to come to a beautiful looking website with products and stuff sitting on it and it's built to convert. But if you don't have a compelling brand story and brand messaging strategy and brand communication strategy, then again, your site is also not going to convert as well as it could. So whether that's a story about you, or it's a story about where your brand started, or it's a story about where you're trying to take the brand, or why you sell the products that you sell. If you're not doing these two things, then again, your conversion rate overall is still going to be terrible, right? So why this second part is also good is because you also use the story component in all your ads. So as an example, say someone on the call sells, I don't know, ladies' clothes, you want to start telling the brand story as soon as someone's in a meta ad, in an email, in a Google ad, anywhere, at an offline show, blah, 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 right? So they read the story out there, they come through to your website, they see the story again on your site, and they're on a site that's built to convert. Happy days, right? Much better conversion rate. People happy, people had a great user experience and have done something with you. Now, that's all well and good, but there's two other components in the strategy component of this. One of them is you've got to make sure that you actually have a financial strategy so that when you're running your ads and when you're growing the business, you're scaling profitably, right? Number one, it's really important that very few get right. Everyone gets excited about, oh, I've got this ROAS of a 4, and I think that's great. And you go, well, it's probably not based on your margins and your markup and so forth, right? And then lastly, in the whole strategy and control section is, what does your digital strategy look like? And at what point should you stop or start scaling different parts of the strategy, right? So could probably actually be like a box instead of a triangle, but we like to put the less exciting components down the bottom because we think the conversion rate and the brand story is the most fun bit and it's the bit that needs the most work to begin with. Okay, so what I'd probably like to do next is actually grab a volunteer or a victim or something and go, let's look at how this is working on your particular site. And I'll tell you what you need to do in order to fix I'll give you a few tricks, basically how to fix how your site converts and how you tell a better story. Yeah, this is that. All right, cool. Let's go. So I might get Chris.
Do you want me to type my
yeah,
URL in there?
And I will share screen as well. So I'm going
Everyone
to do the
who's watching,
conversion.
just drop the link and we'll just get to it in the chat. Just leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy to do this. I'm running good with time. So happy to do like 2 or 3 of these.
I reckon I did
I'll-
a conversion audit for you about 400 years ago, Liz. I remember us on the Earth. I reckon I did a conversion ages ago, like last year sometime, maybe.
All right.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. So I'm going to do.
It was very cool. It's a cool brand.
All right. Well, there you go. On that note, let's get you then. So this is why Chris is here. He's our brand guy. He's our brand messaging guy. So you can talk about the brand messaging, Chris, and then I'll talk about the conversion rate optimization if you like. Put you on the spot. How's that?
Yeah, cool. I mean, it actually looks quite a lot different to last time I seen it. Friendly home and lifestyle.
Here you go. I've given you access. You can scroll and do what you want. Scroll up and down.
Can I? No. Okay. Okay, that works.
It's looking nice. I'm impressed, Liz. Looking pretty good so far. Get rid of the eComm awards. They don't need to be everywhere.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's number one, kind of eComm awards. Right. Guess what does that mean to somebody? I'm just gonna let's have a quick kind of story overview and see if we can
more buffering, like more spacing in the blocks.
Yeah, Kia.
Yeah. So
No, it looks fine to me.
cramped? Okay.
No. It's good. There's definitely issues in this section that I can see. Chris is controlling my screen for those watching at home.
Yeah,
so
we're just keep going an overview to kind of see if we can pick up the overall sort of brand and story and see if we've got a.
Are you still in eComm?
Yeah.
Okay, righto.
But I haven't had time to do any of the stuff. So
See how you've got all these. I'm going to jump in. Scroll up. See how you've got these amazing things here. Like scroll down, Chris. Like, featured in life in style, and then go up again for me. Chris, go up a bit more. Go up a bit more. Bit more. Keep going. Scroll faster. This stuff here, scroll down a little bit. This stuff here is vastly more important than eComm awards. Australian and owned, female-led, reusable,
yeah, okay.
all that's in the wrong location. Like,
okay.
eComm awards are only benefit other people who are in eComm because they know, Kelly, blah blah blah, is in eComm, and she goes, "Oh, she got a eComm award." Okay, right, I've got one of them. Outside of that, people don't know what it is. Whereas they do want to know though. They're like, "Oh, it's each order removes 1 kilogram of plastic. Oh, great, and it's reusable." And I've got 500 5-star reviews and right? So I'll give you more, but I'll let Chris.
Okay, so that should probably be a strip underneath the banner.
Go up. Yeah, go to the top, Chris. Yeah, like nuke those things all together and put that stuff there. And then, sorry, scroll down a little bit further from me, Chris. This is where Chris drive. No, up. Hang on, I'll just drive. You stop. So, like literally here.
Yeah.
How do I annotate the screen? So here, 500 5-star reviews. Next thing, next thing.
Okay.
Next thing. Brand story. Chris is going to talk about brand story. You want to put that in there. But so all right, over to you, Chris.
Yeah, so I mean the visually there is a like it's nice and cohesive in terms of a brand, that aspect, that visual brand story. One of the big points we look at for brand messaging is the actual messaging. So showing the right imagery is a big part of brand, but we also want to say the words so people don't have to think and try to figure out what it means. So for me, the first piece of text that I'm going to see, if you can stop the hover, because the first thing I come to is over 400 reviews. That's like giant text. And then I'm kind of focusing on the eComm awards, which again may or may not mean anything to anyone. Is that Clean Conscious Awards? Is that an actual award?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, that's outside of eComm. That's an actual thing.
Yeah, Clean and Conscious Awards. They're pretty well known.
Okay, so like that's a good one.
Let me just close my window. Sorry, there's so much noise outside.
Yeah, so just by loving it, they said like the eComm awards are great for eComm people, but where as a general consumer, it doesn't like what finalist in what, nominee in what, choice of what.
Okay.
That's kind of, they're kind of, I mean, not to harp on eComm too much, but you'll get awards for kind of like, hey, you showed up today. So I kind of need to mean something to the consumer when I read them. I go, oh, like eco-conscious awards. Okay, so now I'm getting that not only is this eco-conscious, it's actually award-winning in that eco-conscious space. That makes a better connection. Eco-friendly. So that the main headline for this that's going to tell me what the shop's about is eco-friendly home and lifestyle, which gives me an idea of what you do, but doesn't really tell me what you do. Is it like what aspect, like home and lifestyles is massive?
Should be maybe eco-friendly cleaning.
Yeah, is it plates?
Kitchen.
Is it sheets? Is it Tupperware? Is it dining stuff? Like what actually is the thing I'm going to buy?
Yeah.
So that's important for two reasons. It's important to indicate it to me as the buyer, because if I'm looking for eco-friendly dinner plates and I come to your website and it says eco-friendly dinner plates, I go, sweet, I'm in the right place. I'm about to find eco-friendly dinner plates. If I come here and it says eco-friendly lifestyle, I'm like, oh, that's not what I'm after. Even if I went through the whole site, I then find out later that you do dinner plates.
Yeah.
I want to have to try to kind of figure it out. So being like, you've obviously got a big range of things, but being clear on home and lifestyle products, is it cleaning? Is it kind of a bit of everything? That's going through it looks like it's a bit of everything. So
it is.
If the products are
laundry, kitchen.
Yeah, so if the products are a bit of everything, it's then coming back to like a global catch-all compelling brand story that says, okay, well, I'm going to buy from you because of this reason, and it speaks to me, versus the same place next door that sells the same glass thing. There's got to be a reason and a compelling, unique thing that I go, I'm going to buy from Liz because I like her ethos, I like what she's doing. I'm looking specifically for this type of eco-friendly. Like eco-friendly is pretty broad as well. Is it all non-plastic? Is it all glass? Is it all ethically sourced? Like what part of that world are you focusing on? So some more specificity kind of around what do you mean by eco-friendly? And then what kind of things can I buy? That's important for me as the user, because I go, cool, I'm in the right place. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And Google also wants to know that as well, right? Google wants to read your header, wants to read that H1 text, because that's the first thing it's looking for. It wants to read that and go, oh, this site is about this thing. So I'm going to send traffic about that topic to this site. And based on how people then use the site, Google goes, cool, like people come here looking for eco-friendly dinner plates. They buy dinner plates. They talk about eco-friendly dinner plates. There's collections about dinner plates. Everyone checks out. The conversion rate's great. The bounce rate's low. That must mean that this is a good quality eco-friendly dinner plate website. So I'll preference search to that site. That's the idea, right? So we want to find that thing that's beneficial to tell me, the user, what this is all about, and also to indicate to Google what it's about as well. So that's kind of the balance of a really sexy, fun headline and a really boring, search-friendly SEO functional headline. So that's a lot of the work we do when we do the brand strategy stuff, is kind of finding those things and amalgamating that into a nice, compelling headline that works for both purposes.
Yeah, like, ditch the plastic for good. Sustainably swaps for a greener, easier life. People go, that's what I want. I want to ditch the plastic and I want this instead. People go, oh, I'm in the right place. You've kind of got it a little bit further down the page, but again, this is when we work with anybody in the circle, like this takes a good couple of weeks to get really clear. And why it's so important, why Chris is harping on about it as well, is because it's what should be said in your ads. It's what should be said in your email, so that when they read the ad and then they land on the website, they're like, yes, I'm actually in the right place. And this is the only place for me. I can't get this feeling or this experience or this type of thing anywhere else. I really resonate with the brand, right? So there's another brand out there at the moment, and I'll give these guys a shout out, called like, you know, Lucent Global. I don't know where they come up with their name, terrible bloody domain name. But so it's a kind of okay shout out, but they sell this thing, right? As soon as you learn cleaning made better. I purchased this the other day, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Like sustainable detergent sheets designed to be better for you and the planet. And I know exactly what it is in a second, you know. So and I mean your product's probably complementary to what they do, right? You can, it's similar kind of thing, right? So but I just want to give those guys a quick shout out, doing an awesome job. You know, you get into it, bestsellers, everything else, blah blah blah. Same thing you've got to do. So what I want to do now, though, is probably map out. I've just got to join this Zoom from my tablet. So give me a second.
Does that make sense to you, Liz? Kind of what we're kind of angling towards there, just to get really, really clear on.
Sorry, I've got my audio off because there's a madman outside with a hedge.
A madman.
But I'm listening and nodding.
Okay. All right. Is that clear to everybody else? Is that helpful in terms of what a brand communication strategy actually is? Let's put our hands up for a second. Does everybody feel like that? Is anyone on the call feel like they've absolutely nailed their brand strategy? Cool. That puts our hand up if we haven't. Good. Come on, Justin. You've been hanging around us for like 6 months, mate. You should be able to do this call yourself by now, dude. So there you go. 6, 7, 8. Because what I want to do now is, because you're talking about like bringing the brand back, right? Sorry guys, 1 second. That didn't work. Going again. What's the meeting ID for 813-607-82444? All right, we're good. So what I'm going to do now, let's talk about what you're doing from a rest of the business perspective, Liz. So if you can, with the madman outside the window, but what are you doing from a marketing perspective? Google Ads, SEO, content, 400 other things. What does that look like? That's a question for you, Liz.
Sorry, I didn't hear anything you said. The guy's still outside. I'm literally feeling like I need to drop a glass of water on his head and ask him to stop. But can you ask the question again?
Yeah. So what are you doing at the moment from a marketing perspective?
So at the moment, I am literally just doing some Google Ads campaigns. I've got a couple of those running, and I've hired a person to split up those campaigns because the algorithm is forcing all the traffic to go into the like $10 to $25 value product bucket.
Okay.
Which is really frustrating. So he's splitting those out to create other campaigns for the other value groupings.
Yep.
I need to get some Facebook ads going, and I need to start on my Klaviyo EDMs again. It's just time. I'm trying to hire a VA to help. But
okay.
Soon I'll have some time.
Yeah. You don't want to hire a VA to do those things. Get specialists to do those things. So I'm going to map out what that should look like for you. So see if I can find the right thing presenting. Alrighty, everyone can see my screen. So it's good you get someone like yourself that's like, I'm starting again. You know, I'm rebooting the business because this is what we'll do for you now. Let's really map it out. Everyone can see this. So this is our fast path plan that anybody can use. Please feel free to take a screenshot, steal it, do with it as you will, like scribble it out on your notepad or the wall or whatever you want to do. Just have fun with it. So in terms of what Liz needs to do, and I just want to quickly have a look at the home page, and you guys won't be able to see what I'm doing, but okay, so on the homepage, I'm seeing 15 to 20 conversion rate issues at the moment. I'm going to go to a collection page and look at that as well. Straight to a product page. Not bad. Yeah, some more conversion issues on the product page. And What about on the actual eco homepage with no products in it? That's probably needs fixed. It's empty. Kitchen starter pack. Yeah, cool. Okay. All right. So this is what I would be focusing on for Liz's brand. So first things, and I try to map this out for people like over the next like 90 days, this next year, so to speak. So first thing, there is work that you need to fix in terms of a brand messaging strategy, right? So have to nail your brand communication strategy, because you're looking at everything you're doing at the moment. Beautiful products, like your site is quite good. I'd give you like a 7 out of 10 from where you've got everything so far. So it's like fix your brand messaging. All right. So that's your brand strategy. Next thing you need to do is go and fix how this site converts, because it can be converting a lot better than it is at the moment, because there's clear conversion rate issues on here. So for example, anyone who joins our eComm circle, we go do a conversion rate audit on someone's whole website and we look for about 100, 200 things, right? So if you don't have them all, there's a reason your site is converting at whatever it is, 2%, 3%, 4%, Again, I never promise this, but if you add all the missing things in, your conversion rate should go up by 20, 30, 40, 50%, right? So that's what you need to do here, Crow, is audit that. Now, next thing that we want to be working on for a brand like yours is, what's your average order value at the moment, Liz, or what has it been in the past in terms of a revenue number?
So when I had Facebook ads on a couple of years ago, my average order value was up around 95.
Okay, awesome.
And now it's down to about, I was just going to check that actually. It's now about 58.
Okay, right. Well, anything above 55-ish, it's like, it's okay. You can profitably acquire customers above that. 60
And my
to
conversion rate's 3.9%.
Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty good then. So we know your site does convert, and say $55. Got it. In your case then, first thing I would be working on here is absolutely like building out a proper Google Ads campaign. Meta Ads app campaign, sorry, I should say.
Yeah.
So lots of very repeatable processes that we use all day long, every day to scale a brand like yours. Like, how many products do you have at the moment in the range?
I think there's about maybe
105?
55 SKUs-ish.
Okay. Yeah, cool. All right, Meta Ads then. No brainer. You need to do that. You said you're doing Google Ads. I think what you do, we just need to get someone to properly audit your Google Ads account.
So yeah, I've got someone doing that at the moment, because it was set up to have the asset groups in value-based buckets, like 0 to 20, 20 to 50, 50 to 80, blah, blah, blah. But the way that the algorithm has kicked in as it's sending all the traffic to the smaller value items.
Yeah, that's a weird way of setting it up anyway, instead of doing it by
so they're breaking
collection-based.
all of that out now into other campaigns by value.
Okay, all right, that's...
And I've got a brand campaign.
Yeah.
Not spending much money on that, but...
Yeah, good branded search. Everyone always does that. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right. What are you doing from an email perspective at the moment?
Nothing, which
Nothing?
drives me crazy because I haven't had time.
Okay,
Now
right.
I'm on a mission to change that.
Got it. Number one thing, because you're going to have heaps of people coming to the website, and I don't think there was an opt-in, but the offer wasn't very good for the opt-in, and I closed it. It came up too quick and I closed it too early. What about
it's a mystery gift, which
okay.
I have done some A/B testing, and it's getting quite a good conversion rate on that pop-up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, mystery gifts are good.
15% off.
Yeah, cool. Got it. Okay. Have you got all your flows and stuff set up? Like abandon, welcome, all those things? Okay, cool. Probably
I've got a 20% returning customer rate.
Okay. Do you know what your cohort analysis looks like?
Yeah, I don't really understand how that works.
Okay, all right, we'll have a look at that cohort. Yeah.
But I do have a screenshot here.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll have a look at it. What about from an SEO perspective? I just want to have I know everyone can't see my other screen, but if we look at what's going on from a search perspective, like, is it growing? So I will actually cut back to this for a second because share screen, share
So I
screen.
know that all my H2s are not right.
Yep.
Because someone told me that before. They said my domain authority was okay. There's quite a lot of decent links coming back into me, which I haven't even really searched for. They
Yeah,
may
yeah.
need a bit of culling if they're not all, great links, but
This number here sitting at 17 and this many backlinks, your on page is terrible. So that's the problem. Your collections haven't been set up properly. Your product pages haven't been set up properly, and there's something going wrong there. I see brands with 100 times more traffic than that with a much lower score. So definitely, like, SEO is going to be something that you need to build out and fix. So I don't know if I can get back to this screen now. Hopefully I can. That would be the next thing that I would be heavily focusing on. But
and I can't get access to that on the free SEMrush, can I?
No, but you can go use something like
Streaming
Ahrefs.
blog?
Cost you $29 or something.
Which one?
Ahrefs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
probably
another one.
suggest, but
Yeah. So this is right now massive, massive, massive opportunity for where you're falling really short. That's just like bleeding money, not having that set up properly.
yeah.
So these are the areas that I would be nailing. If you can get meta ads working properly, which is super easy to do, and you just gradually scale that, and you fix your SEO issues and you gradually scale that,
Yeah.
and you fix this and you fix this. And
Yeah.
if you know your numbers already and you piece all this together by
Yeah.
building out a proper digital strategy, which is literally what we would help you do. Not this time next year, happy days, night and day with this business. Easy things to fix.
I
Then
mean, my COGS is about 25% of RRP, so I've got good
good
margins.
margin. That's good. Yeah. What is your what is your promotional percentage of revenue in terms of on marketing spend? Do you know that number?
Never worked it out, and I'm not really doing anything at the moment, so it's not really
So 0. It's just your time.
valid. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think it's about $25 a day on the Google ads that I've got going, and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay then. Righto. All I see here is tons of opportunity quickly with all of this.
Yeah.
Really. So if you're,
Okay.
you're ready to do something about that, then let's get on a call and have a chat and tell you how we can help you and kind of go from there. Has this been helpful so far?
Yeah, it has.
You got a screenshot of this? Like, feel free to just get your phone or something and,
Yeah, I'll do a screenshot. I've got
see how I'm just like, nail this thing. This is a basic thing. We fix that. We fix this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to come along and I'm like going, let's only work on meta ads. And that's all we're going to do. And we're going to go to coaching calls and we're only going to talk about meta ads, like a lot of the communities, or we're going to do little bit. These are like big buckets that you need to fix, and they're easy to fix if you got.
I think what's held me back, and I know it's something that a lot of people, especially women, they kind of fear, is I don't like putting myself in front of the camera. So I feel like I don't have a lot of creative of me going, oh my God, this product is great. It does this. And I think, I don't have that, so I can't do ads because the static ads aren't working anymore. Or the GIFs are boring.
Do AI voiceover, do B-roll with voiceover. There's so many ways to do video.
And that's what I need to learn how to get comfortable with too. Even if I find someone locally to say, come for half a day and you and I will put together a whole stack of stuff. So I've got lots of creative for ads. I mean, that's
Paul hates being on camera.
Hey.
He does pretty good.
Well, in the circle, right? So for example, we've got one brand in there and one of our media buyers, she does the UGC content for people. So, we've got a brand and they sell collagen, for example, right? So Sophie, who runs their ads, literally does a video for them talking. Like, she speaks well, she's, pretty girl, she's knows how to talk about it. She's like, I'll just do it for you. And then for other brands, we're like, what's this? There's sites where you just go to a site like Hash Gifted. So shout out to Taryn Williams from Hash Gifted.
Yep.
You go on there and you go, hey, I need you to, this is where we come full circle with this. You go, I need you to say the things that me and Chris McQueen worked on in my brand strategy. You be you in the video, but you say these things, right? And I'll send you product. Right?
Yeah. And I've tried that with ambassador, with gifting people, micro influencers or whatever stuff to get content, but it's never really been right.
No.
Which
never
comes
gonna
back to the brand strategy, which is understanding the audience, making sure those things speak to actual pain points that
And
audience
giving a
feels like
very
it's
clear brief, I
representing
guess,
them.
because it's probably my fault for not really giving them the script, giving them the brief. And I guess ChatGPT now can help you create.
Not really. So for context, when we do a brand strategy for someone and it takes 4 weeks, you go, it's like 4 to 5 hours with Chris, and you end up with like a 60-page document, So what we do, we go, hey, influencer, read this document before you do anything for us. Meta ads person, read this document. Like everyone, we don't let anybody start doing anything until you go, you've read the document, you understand it, make sure you say the things that we said. Right. ChatGPT does this at like 20%. Like if people want to 20% their brand and, like half-ass it, use ChatGPT. If you want to do it properly, you still need a really good looking dude with a mustache to help you do it. Like it's probably the nicest thing I've ever said to Chris somehow. But it's do it properly. It's honestly, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
So, and again, like I said, that and having a website that converts properly, game changer. Blows my mind that people don't know how to talk about their brands and send traffic to websites that don't convert. Like, I don't want to brag too much, but I've had clients that we've worked with that have got like one right now. He joined us. I built his website, I don't know, say like 12 months ago, and he was doing, say, 50K a month, right? And all I helped him with was his brand strategy, and he's building a website that convert. I spoke to him a couple of days ago. I'm doing $600,000 a month now, and I'm making 70 grand profit. So I don't have my job anymore. He goes, and that's all that you helped me with. I'm like, yeah, I told you it would work. And I've got 100 of those stories, right? I mean, he has a good product, and he understands his product, much like same as you. You got a great product. You know your product, Wouldn't have worked if he sold shit, or, but he sells good products. So, all right, we might jump on to, hope that's been helpful. Liz,
Thank you. Yes, it has been.
Hope to get on a call with you and, go to the next steps. All right, who's up next? Do you want to do this for Sarah, is it? Do you want to do this for yours next? Or no, you're good? Okay, do you want to go off mute then? I'll probably need some, I kind of can lip read, but not very well. So, all right, what's your site?
Quilts by the Lakeside.
Oh, that's a cool name. Where's Quilts by the Lakes? Let's try and find it. Hang on. Better give us the backstory on how that came about. That name.
We're making it
there you go.
This one?
Does that help?
I'm gonna share. Alrighty. So all right. Give me the backstory on your brand. Pretty new, what is it? How long have you been going for?
So it's my mum's business. She does all the quilting. I've sort of been doing the socials and everything behind the scenes.
Okay.
And I've done the website as well. So I'm actually sitting in the shop now. Or you can see it. You can. That's the shop.
It's going to close some tabs here. I've got like a million tabs open. And people are messaging me. And all right, hang on a second. All I'm hearing in my ears is ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay. So I'm actually sitting in the shop right now.
So give us a tour.
Hello.
A tour. So there's heaps of bolts of material, heaps of like jelly rolls if you're into quilting. There's patterns, there's kits, there's lots of stuff to be barcoded. So that's my mum's business. And then I have a quick little, this is my little corner that I'm working on behind the scenes as well. That's where you get the Aurora Avenue bit from.
Awesome.
So I've been trying to work out how to do the website, but I'm thinking about changing it over to the Shopify as well, because some of it's working and some of it's not working. I think more of the inventory, that side of it.
What are you using at the moment? I would say most of it's not working from what I'm seeing.
So they're talking to me at the moment. This is Mum. She's just wandering through.
Hi, Mum. You're famous on the internet at the moment. Say hi to
Oh,
everybody.
thank you. I work hard.
Oh, I've heard that. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
she does lots of quilts.
Yeah.
So if you want a quilt,
All bag making stuff.
well,
All
yeah,
right. That's everyone's Christmas present sorted for the year. We're good
Yeah.
to go. It's going to be warmer in summer. Right. What's your goals with this business then? I mean, I can see you having a crack at whatever this platform is, and please, like, just, yeah, we'll get you a link set up so you can start moving over to Shopify, because you need to move over to Shopify. That's, you know, I would highly recommend that. But what's the plan? I can see you do retreats, and you've got books, and you've got patterns, and you've got kits, and where are you going with this? You want to take this into a proper eComm business, Mum? You want to sell things on the internet?
I already do online. I do a Facebook night every week
Okay. Yep.
to promote the sales. We've just got I think now I've just said to Sarah, I do want to go to Shopify, because I think that's our next step.
Yep. Agreed.
We've got the stock, we've got the ideas. We just have to, well, poor Sarah's trying to put it into place. She's trying to
Getting there.
organize me more.
Oh,
she's currently I'm getting her to do a proper business plan so I can work on it. We do the Facebook sales, which work quite well, and we do have a high conversion rate for the small amount of people that we do get.
Yep.
So that is working. I think it's more trying to get a few more different people to come in as well. So yeah, so like I've taken all the product photos. I need to redo it to put it more into the categories. It's a work in progress. It's the first time I've done anything like that. But
yeah. Okay.
yeah. So
we do classes. We want to promote more classes. We do.
Okay.
I do demos online on Facebook. I haven't done any Zoom or anything like that yet.
Yes. But the year's still early, kind of. So
I've got time to learn.
got time. Well, if you got like a goal in mind in terms of revenue numbers that you want to be hitting, like say 6 months from now, you go, I want this website to be selling 25 grand a month, or two grand a month, or what does that look like for you?
25 grand a month would be brilliant.
Yeah. Okay.
Could I keep up with it though? Is the thing. I've got to work the steps to make sure that I've got everything organized so that we can keep up with how we go. Yeah.
That's why you got Sarah there for. Is Sarah or Sarah?
Yeah.
Sarah.
That's why you got Sarah there for, to make her do the hard work. Yeah. You just be the face of the brand. So
And the maker.
yeah. So I know many brands that do your business model. Like they go live on Facebook or they go live on Instagram, and they go, hey, I've got these new things, you want to buy them? I know one brand doing $14 million a year doing that model. They sell very expensive things.
Yeah.
And I know another Filipino lady, all she does is goes and sells like handbags and stuff, and she's crushing it. You know, like you sell massive stuff. So this is the model that can easily work. But you're right though, in the same things that I shared with Liz, you need to start again with the website. Yeah.
You could even have one night where you sell all your finished products and your bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, we have ways that we help people. There's the go slow way, and that's the DIY way. And then there's the go fast way. And that's where we work with it. You do things much faster, right? But exactly the same things that were, I won't say wrong with Liz. Liz is like probably up to, 60-70% where she needs to be. You guys are probably a little bit lesser, but you need to fix your brand message so everyone knows everything about Mum and why she's amazing and why they should buy from her, because they get that from your live stream already. And then you just got to make sure when people come to the website that that's built to convert properly. Right?
It reflects it.
Yeah. And more importantly, that they buy as much stuff as possible, because you've got pretty low ticket items for a lot of it. You come through and you might buy a $5 thing in the cart or something, in the shopping cart. It'd be much better if they go and add 7 other things and you've now paid $50, or they buy the rocket ship kit. My kids bloody love rockets, But as you go through the checkout process, you're like, well, maybe you should buy these other things as well. And you go, oh, my cart value is now $300, right? So again, all of this comes back to how fast you want to move, how fast you want to get there. one thing that I will say though is keep in mind, some people will only ever come to your website once, and if they don't have a good experience, they're never going to come back.
Yeah.
So for as long as you leave the website as is, and this applies to everybody, and I'm going to draw a picture here because it's some people, and I would certainly won't say this is applicable to you guys, but let's assume
That's all right.
it probably is though. You know,
It probably is.
I speak to so many people and they're like, oh, I don't want to spend any more money on my brand messaging on my my website or da, 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 da. I'm like, well, that's cool, but here's what's going to happen. As long as you keep using a website that's not built to convert properly and doesn't say the right thing, and
It's a
then
wasted opportunity.
so say for example, here's 12-month period, you know, 1 month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. There's 9-month period. You know, and I'll use you and I'll use Liz on this, right? So say Liz's business at the moment is doing 20K a month, you know, I don't know what it is doing, I was going to assume, and it's going to consistently do 20K. So there's another 20 and another 20 and another 20 and another 20. Let's just disregard the rest of that for the minute. Don't even, oh, hang on, I've stuffed it now. This, doing 20K. You got all these people coming to your website all the time, already in the mindset they want to buy something. You know, if you don't fix the brand messaging and if you don't fix the conversion rate, then they're not converting as good as they can. So all of those people, what could have been happening is, I know this is basic for some people won't get it. Could have been 60K, 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 60K.
It's just refining.
Yeah, it's refining it all.
6, 9, 12.
And going on Shopify.
Yeah. So, I mean, in that gap, what's that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So I say to people, right, all you needed to do is fix 2 things properly. And if this, you know, again, I'm not promising it, but if you had to fix that, how long do you want to lose 200K a month for? That you could have been, you know, in that period for, not a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to think that most people have a bit of a penny drop moment and go, oh, an extra 40K a month for the last, whatever, since when I met you
There's
guys.
a shop front.
Yeah, would have been great, you know. So please, everybody who's watching this in the background, you know, I know it's all great. You've all got websites and you've all got brand strategies and you're all like, but I paid blah and so to make my website and do my brand and da 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 da. I'm like, that's cool. But just keep in mind, you've lost that. Then what else you lose is these people who have purchased become customers, and these people tell other people, and these people tell other people. So all these additional people here at the start are now in another, whatever, like 1,000 people in your database that haven't told another 1,000 people and another 1,000 people. So not only are you losing the money all the time, you're losing all those other people and
All the customers.
It's just insanity, you know. Everyone would be amazed how much money I spend on growing my business. I do not stop, you know. I'm relentless about fixing out, like you can go to our Insightful website, go to our eComm Circle website. Every day we are doing more stuff on that. Every day we are fixing our brand strategy. All the brands that I invest in, constantly trying to fix all of them. All the brands that we coach, same thing again. So I'll cap that there because I think that's I've gone on enough, but just want to make sure everyone's got that. Now, I will try and go back to my slides, but I've killed off the slide deck when I was killing off my screen. So give me a second. Wish me luck here. So where was I up to? Present. How are we going for time, Chris? We got like 10 minutes left, yeah? Chris?
Yeah.
3 p.m. But
All
yeah,
right.
we're good.
We're an hour in, so yeah. 5
Magic going. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Done. So here's some nice things that people had to say about working with us. So here's Sam crushing it. Here's David. Here's whoever that is, other people. Anyway, good testimonials. Chris is going to put a link to more testimonials in the chat for people that are working with us. Obviously, I'm just going to assume everyone's seen stuff today that's been pretty helpful. And you can see the principles that I'm teaching, and you can see what it says on here. You don't need to repeat this. Pretty straightforward. 2 choices at the moment. You can go, you know, we've got orange and we've got green. Miserable Paul, it's like, what are you doing? You're going to stay where you are. Happy Paul, it's like, we should probably do this, right? So option 1, keep going it alone, keep trying to figure it out yourself, waste more years of your life when you could have a successful business. That's option 1. if you'd like to continue with option 1, please feel free to put your hand up, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. Option 2 is we have a proven path that we use for all eComm brands that we do. You know, I will say this though, you know, I mean, we work with heaps of brands, people who work hard, listen, do what we tell them to do more than we tell them to do, care about the businesses, crush it. You know, we do work with some brands and they don't listen and they don't do what they do, and they go, okay, well, of course, it's not going to work as good as it could. But if, you know, I mean, most people watch this, absolutely, it's going to go good for them if you know, follow what we say. Now, here's my offer. Again, nothing to sell you right now. I mean, I'd like to sell things because it's, you know, my time is very valuable when I've spent an hour here. All I want to do right now is get on a call with anybody who would like some help. And again, all we'll do on this call is not a sales call. It's a call to map out the ways that we can help you grow your business over the next, you know, 1 to 2 years, right? So if that's of interest to you, Chris is going to put a link in the chat. Chris Villado from our team, he'll organize a time, get on a call, go, hey, here's all the things that we could possibly do for you. You can do them on your own or you can do them with us. Either way, you're going to have a really good plan of what you need to do. So again, if that's of interest to people, and I hope it is, get on a call. You've got nothing to lose. Get more of my time for free, basically.
Yeah, links just down there, guys, in the chat. If you just want to book a call at the time that works for you, and we'll jump on a quick phone call for a chat. Or if you're on the Facebook group, like, you always have access to myself, Chris McLean, Richie, Paul himself here. If you just want to reach out there and chat, that works too, guys. Yeah,
I'll give you a quick bit of context as well, right? So I own 3 companies. I own a company that builds Shopify sites. Our goal is to try and build 100 a year, right? Next thing is what we call the eCommerce circle, is where we coach family founder brands to really build good brands and understand all the aspects that you need to do when it comes to building a brand. Again, we have a fast lane and a slow lane. People that go, I want to start slow and I don't have a lot of money to invest, we start there. People go, I want to go really fast and I want to get things happen. We have a different option. So we will talk about all those things on the call. Please feel free to go check out the ecommercecircle.com.au website. We've got some awesome brands in there. We recently did a retreat and had all the brands come down to the beautiful Torquay retreat down here in Melbourne, and we spent like 2 days eating and e-commercing. It's good when, you know, so, but have a look and you'll see what we're doing there as well. So I hope today has been valuable for everybody. I think for both of you who have jumped on today, appreciate your time, Liz, for being so helpful, and ladies, you know, with sharing what you're sharing. So if we don't have any more questions, and there's no more questions in the live Facebook thing, Chris Fay, pretty quiet in it today. Might wrap it up there for the moment. So cool. Thanks, Chris McLean, for your help. Chris Villado, Richie, Justin,
pleasure
as always. All right.
Thanks. I'm just booking a call for tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good. Awesome.
Love
Nicole, if you want to do it as well, feel free to, you know, organize that, and we can do this for you too. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. See you later. Bye.